For Insight, let's go to John Gong. He is a China Forum expert and a professor at the University of International Business and Economics. Great to have you on the program again. Now, this is a rare breakthrough between the world's two biggest economies, especially after the months-long talks to try and diffuse the trade war. Did you hear me there, John?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, please say it again.
Yeah, no problem. So it seems like we've hit a rare breakthrough here between the world's two biggest economies with this TikTok agreement.
Well, I think it's a good thing that both sides seem to be able to reach an agreement on this issue. I think Ambassador Greer's statement is more revealing and straightforward. Basically, he is indicating that there's already a deal made with all the details, just waiting to be approved by the two great leaders who were having a conversation on Friday. So I would expect that this thing will go through as expected. Nevertheless, let me also make a point that this whole thing should have never happened in the first place. I think this is a indication that investment in the United States is indeed subject to the kind of government approval. Clearly, this is a case of both a forced equity transfer as well as a technology transfer, albeit it's arranged in certain ways to comply with China's export control obligations. So I think there's a good side to it, but it's also something that's been concerned about.
Trump has repeatedly expressed interest in meeting with Xi, and China is too trying to woo Trump over to Beijing for a summit. Should we expect a meeting at APEC perhaps, or might Trump make that trip over east, do you think?
Well, I think it's they're working on this. I think there are indications that it's likely to happen. I think President Trump is interested in visiting China after so many years, after his first visit to China. Now I think it's a great opportunity. I think the TikTok issue is going to be behind us, and I hope that the tariff issue is also going to be behind us soon. There's a likelihood, in my view, that the current level of tariff, close to 50%, is going to be shelved by another maybe 20%, which makes more sense to me.
Beijing separately announced on Monday that NVIDIA violated its anti-monopoly laws. Scott Bessent said the announcement on NVIDIA was poor timing. Why do you think it could damage these talks?
Well, I'm not sure, this is being done deliberately. I think, the antitrust authorities in China, having their own investigation into a company that has a major impact on a very hot and rising industry in China right now in the high-tech area. I'm not sure the timing of this is deliberate, but I think Secretary Benson has the right to comment on whether this is a good timing or not. I guess from Washington's perspective, certainly it's going to be interpreted that way. But I think after all, based on my understanding of the antitrust authorities in China, which I'm very familiar with, they have their very independent process. They have their independent thinking. So I think this is probably something not of a sort of deliberate plan. It's just a coincidence.
All right, John Gong, we'll leave it there. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.